Yesterday morning, dozens of shipping containers fell off a cargo ship into the ocean at the port of Long Beach. You won't hear any solutions proposed by politicians on the left or the right because the truth is they're all in bed with the longshoremen. These unions represent port workers all across America, and they fight tooth and nail to prevent any technological upgrades or automation brought to our ports because their only goal is to protect their jobs. This union represents 0.02% of the American population, are responsible for increased costs for consumers and hurt our ability to reindustrialize as a nation. Yet for some insane reason, our politicians bend to their every will. It's another case of our political class serving an extreme minority special interest at the expense of the rest of us. Last year, the longshoremen staged a strike at the ports from Maine to Texas, demanding guarantees that automated cranes, robotic yard trucks, and AI-powered logistics wouldn't replace human workers. 50,000 dock workers protested, yet these ports only represent 25,000 jobs. How's that possible? Well, that's because half of their dock workers at the East and Gulf Coast ports are allowed to sit at home collecting container royalties negotiated decades ago to protect against job losses that result from innovation. So they sit at home, your cost of living goes up, and meanwhile, one of their bosses, Harold Daggett, rakes in almost $1 million a year, has a 7,000 square foot house on a 10-acre lot, drives a Bentley, and of course his two sons have leadership positions as well with fat salaries. This is a mob, a cartel, holding our country hostage. This strike cost Americans $5 billion a day, with Harold saying to his adversaries, and I quote, "I will cripple you." Cripple us he did. This hurt all of us. And many construction workers were laid off as a result because construction supplies weren't coming in. This isn't right. Not even to mention the COVID supply chain crisis, which was absolutely exacerbated by our inefficient ports. We are infighting, and meanwhile China's building. Our own Government Accountability Office says their ports are 40% more efficient because they embrace automation and technology. They don't treat their ports as a jobs program for union bosses collecting checks. Their domestic demand for technological improvements of their ports gives them a test bed to then export that technology to ports all over the world, including our own backyard. They are taking control of the major arteries that allow commerce to function, and we are funding yachts for dudes with gold chains. There are massive national interests to modernize our ports. We can't allow our entire country to be held hostage by special interests. I'm Dick Lucas, and I'm running for state assembly because we need a dick in the room in Sacramento willing to look at the big picture. We need someone looking out for all Californians and doing what's best for the whole. As your assemblyman, I will do just that.